everybody, welcome back to another practice. I just found out like 2 days ago that the audio on my last video wasn't working. I'm sorry about that. I will work on trying to get that fixed. Hopefully you were able to follow along, or if not, hang tight and I'll try and re-upload the video. So today's practice is going to be all about heart openers and opening our chest and possibly seeing how much that changes our ability to get upside down. So there'll be some drills for handstands definitely in today's practice. So come on and join me on your mat. If you don't have one already, grab a block or two and have them just nearby. And I'm actually gonna face this way today because I'm just sick of like doing warrior three like into my chair. So I'm changing directions. Hopefully I shouldn't really be any problems. So let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to start with our blocks. If you only have one block, that's totally fine. But what you're going to do is start sitting on your bottom, feet out in front of you, hips width apart, feet flat on the floor. You're going to place one block either on its lowest setting or its next highest setting, right at like where your bra strap should be, and then turn it so it goes along your spine the long way. I think I'm actually going to start, since this should be kind of a nice start, I'm going to go a little flatter, and then if you'd like another one, you can place another one under your head. If you need a pillow or a bolster or something, if you don't have a second block. Basically just setting yourself up with an open heart. Feeling your shoulder blades or shoulder heads kind of fall towards the floor. And then coming into your breathing, deepening your inhales and your exhales. As you're inhaling, feel the rise of your chest going up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, feel how your chest kind of falls and you can sink into your block just a little bit more. As you warm up a little bit, and if you started like I did on that low setting, you can kind of twist it and maybe try a little bit higher. Just make sure that you're not dumping into your lower back when you do that. Make sure you're good. And then I always find the headpiece to be a little bit hard to set up. Keep breathing. Let's do 5 more big breaths here. Maybe you're incorporating that ujjayi breath, that small constriction in the back of your throat, cleansing breath. Briefly, you're going to place your right hand on your heart, left hand on your belly, and take one big breath in and hold it at the top. Then exhale it out. Feel your hands fall with your abdomen and your chest. Bring hands to heart center. Place the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide, Baddha Konasana. And use this moment to set your intention for your practice today. Now, the safe way to get out of this, you're going to place your elbows kind of down as close to your ribs as you can. Palms are flat. Bring your feet back up so your knees are touching, thighs together. And then press through your elbows to lift up. Cross your legs and then press the rest of the way up to your hands. So you're not just lurching yourself up. Keep your blocks handy, but for now you can move them to the sides of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall in your seated position, we're just going to work our spine a little bit. So round your back, pull your belly button back, shoulders forward, and then cup your hands in front of your knees. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your gaze just a little bit, open your chest. So sort of a seated cat-cow, if you will, on your own breath. Exhaling as you round, inhaling as you lift. On your next inhale, pull that chest through. Inhale, open your chest. And then start to roll your rib cage over to the right. And then back. On your exhale, over to the left. And then by then, inhaling back up. Chest open. Inhale. And then roll to the left this time. Round exhale to the back. Rib cage to the right. And then take another inhale, lift your heart. We'll do that one more time to both directions. Inhale. And then roll it around. Start your exhale. Inhale, chest up. Roll that rib cage over to the left. Exhale it all out. Belly back towards your spine. To the right. And inhale, one last big lift. Collarbones wide. Gaze is lifted. And then find your neutral spine. Rock forward on hands and knees. Come into your tabletop position. So now our spine is fairly good, but because we're going to be doing some handstands, let's work our wrists just a little bit. So you're going to rock back and forth. Rock almost like forward in front of your shoulders come ahead of your fingertips. And as you rock forward, you should feel, your core starts to engage as you pass your wrists. Your wrists pass that 90 degree straight up and down position. Just rocking back and forth. And then you're going to turn your fingertips to face your knees. And again, rocking back and forth. Just kind of warming up those forearms, warming up those wrists. You can even kind of do circles when you're in this position. Just make sure you go both ways. Really it should feel kind of good. It should not feel like a strain. Your wrists should really never hurt when you're doing yoga. Good. And then just as a counter stretch, turn your hands back forward. Sit back on your heels and then slide your fingertips under your knees and just get a little bit of a pull. Actually, I don't really like that, sorry. Put your fingertips next to your knees and press your wrists back into a more flexed position. And again, a gentle stretch. It does not have to be super intense here. We're just kind of warming everything up. If you still have your blocks nearby, bring them forward or bring them in front of you. Come back to your tabletop position, but now your hands up on blocks. Walk your knees back just a little bit, and then what you're going to do is drop down to your elbows on top of your blocks. Walk your knees back as far as you need, and then drop your head between your biceps and stretch your arms out long. Dropping your chest down towards the floor, but keep your low belly engaged so you're not dumping into your lower back. if you'd like a little bit more, put your hands into prayer and then bring your hands back, thumbs towards the nape of your neck. Get a good stretching into that thoracic spine. You can also do this on the floor if you do not have blocks, or you can find something that suffices, a book or something, but you're just not going to get that as much of an opening in your thoracic spine without that height, but it definitely can be done on the floor. Breathe here. With each exhale, feel the back of your thoracic spine opening up, arching back. Maybe stretching through those triceps, those lats. And then go ahead and straighten your arms back out. Come back onto forearms. Take your blocks away. Hands down to the mat. And push, tuck your toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Wiggle out your down dog, pedal it out, push your heels down towards the floor. Do whatever you got to do to get ready for some heat building. Once you've done all your wiggling, find some stillness in this pose. Make sure your 5 fingers are all grounding down, even a little bit more emphasis on that index finger knuckle. Pressing your sit bones high, tailbone high, low belly in, low ribs tucked in. Heels pressing down towards the floor. Head is relaxed, neck is relaxed. And then inhale, look between your palms, and then make your way up towards your mat. Try walking. Feet about a fist's difference apart. Inhale to a flat back, and exhale, forward fold, but with super deep bend in your knees. Your chest is contacting your knees. Releasing that lower back. Head is hanging. If you feel you would like a little bit more, grab opposite elbows and just hang. This is a great traction. And then go ahead and drop your fingertips. Keep your knees bent. Roll super slowly all the way up to standing. Head comes last. Roll your shoulder blades back. Inhale, palms forward, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, palms touch, and pull in front of your heart. Drop your hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive over the legs, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, peek forward, flat back up on your fingertips. Exhale, forward fold, starting to straighten your legs if you can. Inhale again, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step your feet back one at a time to plank, and lower all the way down to your belly. Slide your hands down by your ribs, pull your shoulders back, elbows squeezing together, tops of feet untucked, and take an inhale, roll your shoulders back, baby cobra, and exhale down. Inhale, baby cobra, exhale down. One more time, inhale, baby cobra, exhale that down. Bring your arms out in front of you, gaze down at the floor, bend your right knee like you're trying to bring your heel to your butt, and then reach back with your right hand and kind of stretch there. You can give yourself a little extra stretch, but we're not super warm yet, so don't force it. Pull your low belly up away from the floor. And then super gently, just kind of kick into your hand and see how you can kind of pull yourself up. Your left hand will slide back towards you, and you're kind of in like a half bow pose here. And then exhale down. If that feels good, try and grab the inner arch of your right foot so that your shoulder is turned out in external rotation. We're going to do that again. Kick that right foot into your hand, slide that left hand back towards you, and then open up nice and tall. And exhale down. One more time. Kick that right foot back into your hands, sliding up. It's like your foot is controlling you. You're pulling yourself up with your foot as opposed to pushing up with your left hand. Exhale, right leg down. Reach your right arm forward. Maybe wiggle your hips back and forth just a little bit. And then go ahead and bend that left knee. Grab onto your foot. If you're ready to go inner arch, that's fine. If you need to kind of start in with your thumb pointing down towards the floor, that's fine as well. Go ahead and give yourself a nice little stretch. But again, we're not super warm yet, so just be gentle. And then on your next inhale, kick that left foot out. Drag that right arm up. Half bow pose. And exhale it down. Move that hand, if you can, to that inside of your left arch, left foot. And again, inhale, kick that left foot into your hand and see how it pulls your torso up. Exhale it back down. Last time, inhale, kick that foot in, pull, pull, pull. So what I love about this exercise is it's actually making your core do the work, but you're going into a back bend. Reach both arms out in front, wiggle your hips side to side, then pull your hands back behind by your ribs. Push back on your knees, bring your toes together, knees wide. Sit back in a child pose for just a moment. A little counter stretch. Roll up from the base of your neck, hands and knees. Tuck your toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Hold it there. Hips are square here. One more breath. And then exhale, open your hip, knee to the sky, right foot towards your hips, keeping your shoulders as square as you can, opening that hip. And then inhale, square off those hips, right leg high. Exhale, pull your knee into your chest. Set your foot down between your palms. Lower down your back knee. Come up, low lunge. Inhale. Biceps right by your ears. Shoulders down your back. Square off those hips, pulling those inner thighs together. Inhale with a little baby back bend. Maybe reach your arms back towards the back of your room. Then exhale, hands down. Tuck your back toes. Plant your left hand. Open it up, twisting towards the right. Strong back leg. Collarbones wide. Exhale your right hand down towards the floor. Step it back to plank. If you're ready for chaturanga and up dog, go ahead and move through that vinyasa. If you need another cobra, go all the way down towards the floor. And we'll all meet back down in downward facing dog.
Inhale, sweep your right leg or left leg up to the sky, excuse me. Hips are square. Low belly's pulling in. Arms are strong. And then go ahead and open your hips. Left foot to left hip. My hamstrings are cramping up. Inhale, sweep that left leg high. Then exhale, pull it into plank. Set your left foot between your palms, lower your right knee, and come up. Low lunge. Pulling that tailbone down towards the floor, just a hair to get that really good hip flexor stretch. On your next inhale, arch your back, maybe baby back bend, reaching those wrists back towards the back of your space. And then exhale, hands down. Untuck your right toes, plant your right hand, and spin open to the left. Back leg strong. Collarbones wide. On your next exhale, drop that left hand down, step it back to plank, lower down chaturanga or all the way. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come up on your tippy toes, look between your palms, bend your knees, exhale, float or step back up to your front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up, palms press. Exhale, hands down to your heart. Drop your hands down, clasp them behind your back, roll your shoulders back, then pull your knuckles straight down towards the floor. Open up your heart, and then with super duper control, maybe widen up your stance just a little bit. Bow it forward, drop your head, and then try and stretch your arms and wrists as far forward as you can, but always making sure you're pulling your shoulder blades away from your ears and then extending the arms behind you so you're not crunching into your neck. Maybe shift your weight forward onto the balls of your feet as you're going to want to tend to be back on your heels here, but just make sure you're distributing weight evenly on both feet. Go ahead and unclasp your hands, plant your palms, inhale to a flat back, exhale, step it back to plank, lower chaturanga, inhale up dog, exhale down facing dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, drop the foot, open the hip. Inhale, sweep that right leg up. Exhale, pull it through, pull it nice and high and tight. Set that right foot down between your palms. Left knee comes down, inhale, low lunge. Right away, just exhale again. Clasp those hands behind your back. Pull your knuckles straight down towards the floor, heart opening towards the sky. Maybe shifting your weight forward into that right foot just a bit. And then come on out of it. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Untuck your left toes and twist it open to the right arm. Right arm open to the sky. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step it back to plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Exhale, drop the knee. Bend the knee, drop the foot. Open it up. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, pull that knee into your chest. Keep it as tight to your chest as you can. Then step it between your palms. Right leg down. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, maybe clasp your fingers with your other pointer finger or thumb on top. Draw your knuckles down. Inhale, open your chest, knuckles down toward the floor. Maybe lunging a little bit forward onto that left foot. Shoulder blades pulling away or towards the floor, I guess. And then come on out of it. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down. Tuck your toes and open it up to the left for a breath. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down. Step it back to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your palms, come up on your tippy toes. Step or float to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Inhale, chair pose. Gaze is up. You're sitting back into your chair as far as you can, making sure you can wiggle your toes here. Low belly in. Bring your hands through prayer. Drop it forward, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant your palms. Float or step it back and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep your right foot up towards the sky. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Set the foot between your palms. Inhale, crescent lunge now. Come up. Pull that right hip back in space. Left hip is pointing forward. Low belly, low ribs are tucking in. Bend your right knee a little more. Straighten that left leg a little bit more, but not at the expense of losing your upper body posture. Take an inhale here, draw your wrists back, maybe opening that chest again, and then exhale, hands down to the mat. This time, stretch that right leg back to a three-legged dog, and then shift it forward to plank. Leave your right leg lifted, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, pull it through. Foot between the palms. Inhale, crescent lunge. First and foremost, adjust your core. Make sure your hips are aligned. One hip isn't jutting out to one side. And then once you get that good stable position, bend your left knee a little more and straighten your right knee a little bit more. Inhale, wrists back, chest lifts, heart to the sky. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Shoot that left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Shift it forward to plank, left leg stays lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look between your palms. Jump or step to the front of your mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, drop your hips, bend your knees. Inhale, chair pose. Why can't I say that? Take an inhale here. And then on your exhale, drop your hips another inch. Take another inhale, and then exhale, drop your hips another inch. One more inhale here. Exhale, hips back another inch. And then exhale it out over the legs, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, float or step it back and move through your vinyasa. Inhale, right leg sweeps up. Exhale, knee to nose, pull it through. Step the foot between your palms. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale. This time you're gonna hook your thumbs so your palms are facing forward. Inhale, stretch it back. Maybe you get a little bit more opening in your shoulders. Exhale, hands down. Kick that right foot back and up, three-legged dog. Shift forward plank. Lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, pull that knee through. Step it forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale. Hook your thumbs, palms forward. Inhale. Press it back, arch your back. Exhale, hands down. Left leg up, three-legged dog. Shift it forward. Lower chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. We're gonna play around before we start flowing, because now I feel like we're pretty warm, right? We are going to do some tuck jumps. And all you're looking for here is just some hang time. I feel like we've done this before, but what we want to do is maybe shorten your down dog just a little bit, maybe like a foot length. You're going to look between your palms, come up on your tippy toes, bend your knees, look about 6 inches ahead of your fingertips, and pull your knees into your chest. Try and get some hang time, and then land softly. Keep going. Once you've started, just trying to get used to being on our hands. Our hearts are so open already, just from that warm up. So you might find maybe you have a little bit easier of time getting up over your hands. And I really like doing tuck jumps because it makes you have to control your core. So you're not worrying about getting your legs overhead, which is a lot of times how people lose your core. Let's do 2 more together. Inhale and jump. 1 more. Inhale and exhale it out, jump forward. And back to your regular downward facing dog. Get our shoulders burning a little bit. Inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky. Exhale, drop your foot knee high, open you up. Spin to the outer edge of your left foot. Keep that right foot reaching back behind you to the side of your mat. Flip your dog. Wow! You scared me. Hi everybody, my son's here. I have a camera over there. No, by the window.
That window?
The window. Yeah. You scared the crap out of me. All right, everyone stay in here. In your flip dog. Is it still going?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm trying to film a yoga class, okay?
Okay.
How's Carl's?
Good. How much so?
Sure.
Yay.
All right. All right, so that was a very long flip dog hold. Maybe you've come down already. If you are still in it with super good intention, Come around, drop your right hand, shift it back into a three-legged dog. Pull your right knee, towards your chest. Set the foot between your palms. Spin your left heel down. Open it up to warrior two. In warrior two, your heel should be lined up with your left arch. So make sure you're aligned that way, and if not, just adjust yourself. Adjustments are always allowed in yoga. Sorry for screaming. My son scared the bananas out of me. Flip your right hand over, reach it forward, and then arch it back, peaceful warrior. Exhale, right forearm to right thigh. Reach that left arm over for extended side angle. One more time, peaceful warrior, right arm sweeps overhead. And this time, if you can, bring your right hand to a block or the floor inside your right foot. Now full extended side angle. Again, adjust your hips. Make sure your right hip isn't jutting out to the side. Shift so your knee is over your ankle. Collarbones are wide. Take your left hand and then reach it behind your back. Come and reach almost like you're trying to grab the inner crease of your right thigh. And feel how you're opening your chest here. If you want to take the full bind, go ahead and take your right arm underneath your right thigh, reach for that left hand, and then lengthen your spine outward. Bring that right hand down to the mat. Keep your left hand there. Come back up to a warrior two, keeping your left hand wrapped around. Straighten your your right knee, triangle pose. Reach out and over your hips. Drop it down, bound triangle pose. Still kind of grab the inner crease of your right hip with your left hand. Gaze can be up towards the sky, wherever. Just make sure your spine is going long. Look down towards your right foot. Bend your knee, maybe hop your left foot a little closer, and then shift into half moon. Again, keep that left hand in that bind. Get your balance, gaze down at the floor. Then, as you get your balance, maybe shift your gaze at the wall behind you. If you really want full expression of the pose, bring your gaze to the sky above. Don't forget to smile here. Keep yourself in half moon with your legs. Unwind that left arm, sweep it up overhead. Left bicep by your ear. And then continue to sweep it down, turn your body, fold over your right leg, standing split. Squaring off those hips. Spine is long, crown of your head reaching down towards the floor. Left leg reaching high, but not at the expense of your hip opening. And then when you're ready, pull that left knee towards the outside of your right foot. Set your leg down, sit down onto your bottom so you're in kind of a twisted position. Make sure your sitting bones are even on both legs. Reach your left arm high, wrap it or grab onto your knee. You can also just completely bind it here. whatever feels good. Just stretch that right hip out after that series. Look behind you. Maintain that nice, long, tall spine. And then come back to center. Rock forward. Lift that left leg up. Step it back to where you would be in a low lunge. Plant your palms. Pick your right foot up and keep your knee into your chest. And then shift your leg back, three-legged dog. Take an inhale here. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Just keep it here, but tap your left elbow with your right knee. Back to right. Back to left. Back to right. One more time to left. And then pull it up, three-legged dog. Shift forward to plank, right leg stays lifted. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, left leg sweeps up towards the sky. Bend your knee, drop your foot. And then slowly, but with super control and intention, shift to the outer edge of your right foot. Left foot reaches back. Flipping your dog, wild thing pose. Hips are high. Reaching back. Sorry I didn't coach you through this last one when my child came home from a friend's house. That's real life, folks. When you're ready, come out just as slowly and intentionally as you came in. Sweep that left leg high. Pull that knee into your chest. Set the foot between your palms. Spin that left heel down, right heel down. Open it up, warrior two. Check your alignment. Check for your core, that it's engaged. Become more aware of your breath. Flip your left palm forward, reach forward and sweep the sky, reach it back, peaceful warrior. And then slowly bow it the other way. Left forearm to left thigh, reach your right arm overhead. Extended side angle. And then just as you got into it, sweep the sky one more time. Peaceful warrior. This time, reaching out, dropping that left hand to a block or the floor for extended side angle. Right arm up. Adjust, make sure your left knee is over your ankle. Make sure you're pulling your low belly in. Left hip is not jutting out to the side. Turn your right thumb down and reach that right hand behind your back, reaching for your left hip crease, opening your shoulder up, spinning that right shoulder down and back, opening your chest. If you want to take the full bind, take that left arm underneath, find your right hand, and then lengthen your spine. Go ahead and undo your bind, but keep your right hand wrapped. What did we do here? Bring it up, warrior two, reaching forward with the left hand. Straighten your left knee, reach out and forward, and then drop it to triangle pose with that right arm wrapped. Sometimes it helps to kind of grab a seam on your leggings or whatever you can grab to keep that bind Opening that right side of your chest. Gaze is up towards the sky, collarbones are wide. Make sure you're not locking your knees. And then look down at your foot. Maybe hop that right foot in a little bit, and then move into your half moon with the bind. Right foot is flexed, shoulders away from your ears, spine long. Shift your gaze when you have your balance. Smile. Unhook your right arm, sweep it up overhead, and then around so your bicep is by your right ear. Then bend your, oh no, don't bend your right knee. Set it down, twist towards the front of your mat. Square off that left foot and bow forward for standing split. Spine stays long, crown of your head reaching down towards the floor, not trying to reach your forehead towards your knee. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, drop that right knee to the outside of your left foot. Come to both sitting bones. Inhale, right arm up overhead. And then wrap it. Left hand behind you, growing tall. Doing a little counter twist. Opening that left hip after all that balancing. Come out of your twist, rock forward on your hands, step that right foot back into a low lunge, plant your palms, lift your left foot up, then hold your knee there. Touch your left knee to your left elbow, left knee to right, left knee to left, left knee to right, left knee to left. One more time, left knee to right. And then shoot your leg back, three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga, left leg stays lifted. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, sweep that right leg up towards the sky. Drop your foot, open your hip. Exhale, shift to the outer border of your left foot. Wild thing, lift your hips up high, 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 reaching that arm back. Exhale, sit down on your bottom, reach your arm forward. And then again, push back up, wild thing. Exhale, twist it back forward, three-legged dog, right leg high. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose. Set the foot between your palms. Spin the left heel down, open it up, warrior two. Straighten your right leg. Turn your feet so they're parallel facing the side of your mat. Inhale, hands to your hips. Exhale, fold it forward. Pasarita. Take your peace fingers around your big toes. Reach through with your arms. Whatever you need to do to get a forward fold, a wide leg forward fold, and feel a stretch, but also a little counter stretch. Walk your hands towards the right. Grab your outer ankle with your left hand and kind of pull your body over to the right, over your thigh. just gently. Then reach your right arm up overhead and wrap it behind your back for a half bind. Keep pulling your thigh towards your right knee, your chest towards your right thigh. Unwind from here. Walk your hands over to the left. Right arm grabs left ankle. Pull your chest over there. Reach that left arm back. Wrap it around. Grab the inner crease of your hip. And then keep pulling with that right arm. Trying to make more contact with your chest and your thigh. Opening that shoulder. And then come out of it. Walk it to the middle. Inhale to a flat back up on your fingertips. Turn your heels inward, toes out, and raise up to goddess pose. Elbows are bent. Shoulder blades are squeezing. Knees are squeezing out towards your pinky toes. And your low belly is pulling up and in. Inhale here, and then drop another inch. Stay here. Bend at your waist, bring your right elbow to your right thigh. Bring it back up. Bend at your waist, bring your left elbow to your left thigh. Bring it back up. We're gonna do 2 more of those. Right elbow, right thigh. Up. Left elbow, left thigh. Up. Right elbow, right thigh. And up. Last one. Left elbow, left thigh. And back up. Take an inhale here. Drop it down. 1 more inch. Keep pulling those shoulder blades back, opening your chest. And then all at once, straighten your arms. Straighten your legs, 5-pointed star. Turn both feet forward to the front of your mat. Pop that left foot in, arms up overhead. Right arm now, gonna go to the nape of your neck. Left arm gonna go behind your head, almost like you're trying to get into Gandikasana arms. I cannot do that, but if you can reach your fingertips, go for the bind. Pull your low belly in. Hinge at your hips. Bow forward. Chest parallel to the floor. Horizontal, I guess. Low belly pulls in. I'm so close. And then drop your hands down. Frame that right foot. Plant your left foot. Plug that right femur into your hip socket. Sweep it up. Shorten 3-legged dog. Fingertips wide. And let's do some handstand kick switches. Find some hang time in your handstand. Try and see if it's easier now that we've done all this opening to get over your fingers and stay a little while in your handstand. Play around, be playful. Wherever you are on your next handstand, find your plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, and exhale. Downward facing dog. Drop your knees. Lower down, child pose for a breath. Or 2 or 3, we'll see. downward facing dog when you're ready. The beauty of doing it online is you can always pause it. Just come back, don't quit on me now. Inhale, left leg sweeps up. Bend your knee, drop your foot. Exhale, shift it into your flip dog variation. Inhale, hips high, reach that left arm back behind you. Exhale, sit it back down, reach your left hand forward. And then push it back up one more time. Wild thing. And then go ahead and flip it back over, three-legged dog. Inhale, exhale, left foot steps between your feet. What did we do? Did we do another warrior two? Sure, open it up. Warrior two. Why am I totally blinking what we did here? I know we did goddess, but we did something before that, didn't we? I guess not. Okay. Straighten that left knee. Turn your toes to the side, hands on your hips. Lead with your chest, keeping your belly pulled up. Bow forward, wide-legged forward fold. Go ahead and do whatever forward fold you need. Go ahead and drop your fingertips down in front of you, down right below your shoulders. Turn just your left toes out. This time we're gonna walk it over towards the left in a Skandasana ninja pose. Put your fingertips out in front of you so you're kind of pressing your chest high. Use your left elbow to kind of keep your left knee from wanting to collapse in, and pull up in your pelvic floor. Don't just dump down into your hip. Make sure you're engaged in your core and your pelvic floor. Then reach those left fingertips out a little bit in front of your toes. Sweep your right arm up, opening your chest. In this position, look up towards your right hand. Everything's engaged here. Drop that right hand down. Shift it back through center. Turn your left toes forward, right toes out just a little bit, and walk it down. Coming up onto your left heel, nice and tall. Pressing in, chest is up. Everything's engaged. You're never just sitting in Skandasana. Walk your right fingertips in front of your toes and open that left arm up. Left fingertips come down. Walk it back to center. Keep your toes pointed out. Bend your knees. Come up. Goddess pose again. Pulling those elbows back. Shoulder blades down your back. Pelvis is tucked a little bit. Knees pointing out towards your pinky toes. And just because it was so fun last time, let's go to the left and then the right 3 times. 2, right 3, 2, left 3, right 3. Hold it here. Pull those shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, drop it down an inch. And then straighten everything up. Come into your 5-pointed star. Turn your feet towards the front of your mat. Hop that right foot in just a little bit. Whew. Right arm goes up, left arm up overhead. Reaching down your back. Right arm behind the back. Try and find those fingertips. If you cannot, you can always use a strap. Or I think I'm so close, it's just not happening today. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. Take an inhale here, pull your low belly in, and then bow forward. Pyramid pose. Drop your arms down, frame your left foot. Plant your palms, plug that femur into your left hip socket. Swing that left leg up. Last round of handstands. Last chance to get upside down today. When you think you've had enough, meet me in child pose. If you want to keep playing, you can also pause the video here. Come forward on hands and knees. Pull it up to plank. And then lower down now all the way to your belly. Instead of doing bridge today, we're gonna work in locust. So head and center, tops of feet pressing down into the floor. Hands can be down by your side. On the first one, when you're ready, inhale, lift your arms up. Peel your chest off the floor, and then let your legs rise and reach back towards your toes with your fingertips. Energy through your toes, energy through your fingertips, and breathe. Gaze is slightly downward so you're not crunching into that cervical spine. Using all the strength of your back to open your heart, not forcing it by any means. Take one more inhale here, and then lower it down. Turn your head to one side. Windshield wiper your knees back and forth. I've been going to a studio where locust is very popular instead of doing full wheel, which is never my go-to, but I'm really liking it. I'm enjoying not forcing my spine into extension all the time. We're gonna do one more locust pose. This time, if you wanna take it a little bit further, go ahead and clasp your knuckles. Take an inhale, pull your knuckles down towards your heels, then lift your legs up. Shoulder blades, shoulder heads pulling away from the floor. Gaze is down and forward. Legs are strong, shooting energy through your toes, pulling, maybe going a little higher. And then lower it down. Turn your head to the other side. Windshield wiper your legs. Breathe. If you want to do one more locust of your choice, go for it. Or if you want to take it one step further, bend your knees, grab your toes or your ankles, flex your feet, bring your knees as close as they can be, and then slowly, like we did in the beginning, kick your legs into your hand. Chest rises, heart is cracked wide open. Keep breathing. Keep kicking into your hands. And And then when you're ready to come out, lower down, release your legs. Move your knees side to side, hips woggle. One more requirement for your core here. Bring your hands right by your ribs. Look down at the floor, lifting your head just a little bit, tucking your chin. Tuck your toes under. Lift your belly off of the floor. So you're still laying down. Everything else is touching the floor, but your low belly is lifting off. And all is one. Lift everything up, push up into a push-up position. And then press it back into your downward facing dog. Walk your hands back towards your feet just a little bit. Look between your palms, rock forward. And if you're into jumping through, jump through with the legs. Land on your seat. If you just want to get to seated position as fast as possible, that is fine as well. Inhale with your legs out in front. Flex your feet, arms are overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Grab whatever you can. If you easily grab the bottoms of your feet, welcome to put your block, if you still have it handy, which you should, at the end of your feet. And use that to pull it towards you, so you're pulling your chest forward towards your toes, as opposed to sloppy rounding your spine. And then when you're ready, come on up. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and then kind of start at your tailbone. Tuck your tailbone under. Then round your spine. Feel yourself very slowly rolling back. Maybe adjust to the very top of your sacrum here. Keep pressing those heels down into the floor. Lower, 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 one vertebrae at a time. And until you finally landed. And then stretch your arms overhead. Feel if you notice anything different about your shoulder mobility, your back, how it feels. And then sweep your arms down. Grab hold of both knees, pull them into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Lengthen your left leg out in front. Stretch your right arm out like a T, and then twist over your right leg over to the left. Gaze towards the right hand. Come on out of that twist. Give your right knee one more hug. Bring your left knee in. Stretch your right leg out. Long, and twist it over, left leg over to the right, looking over to your left hand. And then come back to center. Give one more little hug to that left leg. Bring your right leg up in. Go ahead and take your hands to the outer sides of your feet. Happy baby. Pulling those knees towards your armpits. Opening your hips. Flattening that back. Really opening up that sacrum. This is one of the best things. Rock gently side to side. And then find stillness. Let go of your feet. Take them down to the mat. Find yourself in what position you like for Shavasana. Maybe you want to bring back that block and do that heart opener. See if you feel any different. Maybe you just want to take a traditional Shavasana where you're laying arms out, legs out, long. Whatever you need to do for the last few minutes of your practice, get into that position. This is your practice, nobody else's. I have been reading a book called Untamed by Glennon Doyle. And if you haven't read it, I highly, highly recommend it. I'm not even halfway through it, but I'm loving it. I will say it took me a few chapters to kind of get into it. But I'm not even going to read it because I've committed it to memory. But a little excerpt from her book. And it's this: the truest and most beautiful life was never promised to be easy, and we need to let go of the lie that it is supposed to be. I'll say it one more time. The truest and most beautiful life never promises to be easy. We need to let go of the lie that it's supposed to be. Just a nice little reminder. When things get hard, doesn't mean other people have it easier than you. It just means that you're going through and you're growing. And that in and of itself is beautiful. Start to bring small motions back into your fingers and toes. Maybe roll your ankles, roll your wrists, roll your tongue in your mouth, unhinge your jaw. And when you're ready, roll onto your right side. Take one more little moment. Use this time for gratitude. Gratitude to yourself for showing up on your mat today. And when you're ready, press back to a seated position. Close your eyes. Find your comfortable seat. Feel how long and elegant your spine feels. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, palms press overhead, and then pull your palms to the front of your heart. Press your thumbs into your heart. May you bring everything that you got out of your practice today, the gratitude, the hard work, the tenacity, the calm. May you bring that out into the rest of your day, your week, your month, your year. Namaste.